All right, we're working in Module 1 and we've just completed Section 1 where we went through the welcome and overview portion. Let's talk very quickly about QuickBooks versions. There are different versions of QuickBooks that you have a choice to purchase. Probably the big one that most people know about right now is there is a desktop version and there's also an online version. The online version means that you have to actually go to their website and put in your username and password, and your data is stored out in the cloud on the web there. You can access it from anywhere in the world, and that's the reason that it's actually very beneficial. If you don't need that though, I suggest you stick with the desktop version. It actually has more options. It actually works a little bit nicer, is more user friendly. But it depends on what the reason is that you need QuickBooks. If you need that remote access, go with the online version. That one's actually a monthly fee versus purchasing the desktop version one time. Now with the desktop version, there's versions of that, and I'd like to go to their website and just show you some things so you can see what I'm talking about here. I wanted to show you the comparables with the QuickBooks desktop version. Most people that are small business owners will go with this QuickBooks Pro, and that's really all that you need. You can see that you can track income and expenses. You're going to be able to run reports, do sales tax, manage bills. You can kind of see all these options here. But notice what you don't have is any of the forecasting options and nothing industry specific either. You're not going to have the mobile inventory barcode scanning, which is new this year, or you're not going to have the availability to the QuickBooks Priority Circle. Notice also that you can only use this for up to 3 users. If you go with this one, which they call Premier, notice you can go up to 5 users with this one. If you needed more than that, notice if you use the Enterprise Edition that you go up to 30 users. Some other things just to kind of know about this. One thing in the QuickBooks Pro version is that you're going to have different lists. You're going to have a list of customers, a list of vendors, a list of items that you sell. Each of those lists will hold 14,500 items. That seems like a lot, and it may be to you. But if you happen to need more than that, you can flip over to the Premier or the Enterprise that have over 1 million in those lists. That would be one reason for actually going to the Enterprise Edition. You can always start with Pro and upgrade to one of these others if you needed to do that. The other thing that I wanted to mention here is that when you go to make your purchase, you're going to see QuickBooks Pro, and they're going to have a real estate edition, they're going to have a construction edition, all these different editions. The construction edition is good. Businesses that are construction companies usually like that edition, but typically what happens with all the other editions is they actually pre-populate some of the list for you, and then you have to go in and edit those. They're going to charge you a lot more money for that too, so why do you need to edit everything in the list if you pay more money to get that list? It's easier just to set it all up yourself from scratch. That gives you a quick overview of some of the different versions and how they work. And let me say also there is a Mac version, so you might want to think about looking into that as well. Let's go ahead and wrap up Module 1, and we're going to move to Module 2, and this is the Getting Started module.